Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
and welcome back to the show after a brief little break. Remember, if you're listening to us on your computer or on one of the many glorious apps, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. If you are not listening on one of the apps, just go to the App Store on your smartphone, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download, install it, search MSC Radio Network, hit play, and you are listening to us on the go. You can even favorite that thing. There's a little heart because you're like, oh, I love it. Click. And then it's there whenever you want. You're listening to the show wherever you may be. It is that simple and convenient and easy. And remember, as always, you can totally interact with us. This is a fully interactive medium for you.
In case they heart the show.
In case you heart us and put us in your favorites of life, then whatever that means, then you can, of course, email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. Call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Tweet your questions at high_on_sports or with the hashtag HighOnSports. Facebook.com/HighOnSports and HighOnSports.net is the website. It's got the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is HighOnSports.net. New content coming to it very soon, actually in the coming weeks. The NBA draft, of course, which we'll get into very shortly, is on Thursday the 27th. Each show leading up to it, of course, we will, as we do with all major, well, not all major, as we do with football and basketball, sorry, baseball, we do a mock draft from a different source every week, leading up to my own mock draft, which will be published on the website the Monday before the draft. That's the 20-something. I don't know, calendar in front of me. But that's
Well, the draft is the 27th.
So if I just had to
So it'd
guesstimate
be
without looking at the
26,
calendar,
25,
I'd say
24, 23.
24. That's 24.
24. I went back one too many.
Anyways, again, that is highonsports.net. All right, jam-packed show. Let's get right into it here. It is round one. Let's go. It's good to be back. You guys enjoy your little Memorial Day? I always, for years now, I'm always not sure if it's Memorial Day or Labor Day. And then someone actually, for the first time in my life, I'm almost 22, and they pointed out to me, M for Memorial, M for May. And I was like, has everyone known this?
Yeah.
Has it just been me that wasn't aware of this?
Back in the day.
I mean, I don't know if I've ever remembered it that way. I just remember Labor Day is in September.
Sure.
And because it's always around my uncle's birthday.
I remember I saw one of the X-Men movies on Memorial Day once, and I remember that on a poster. So that's how I remember. But anyways, I hope you guys had fun with the cookouts and everything. There's a good sports going on during that time. Indians playing hot for a bit there, and they've cooled off a little, but we'll hopefully get into that later. Our beloved Cleveland Cavaliers, though, of course, as soon as we go off there, we're like, see you in 2 weeks. There'll probably be not much to talk about. Almost the second we go off air, the next night, the Cleveland Cavaliers win the number one pick.
Yeah, buddy.
In the NBA draft. It's funny. You and I were talking about this. Is the consensus number one right now is Nerlens Noel.
Yeah.
Who, hilariously enough, won't be ready to go till Christmas. Which is, there's a good market potential there. But, I mean, either way, he was the consensus number one. And I remember when I was looking at things as a fan of a team that would be picking in early but not in the beginning, like not one, I remember looking at Nerlens Noel and thinking, I don't even want him. Like, forget that guy. Whoever gets him.
Next Greg Oden.
That's a pain in the ass right there for whoever lands on the number one spot. Then as soon as we land on the number one spot, my mind immediately turned. I'm like, oh my God, we just got Nerlens Noel. I can't believe it. I can't believe we just got Nerlens Noel. You don't even know you want him.
Yeah.
Until you can have him. It was the same way though for me with Kyrie Irving. It's like before they got the number one, I was like, this kid played 12 games.
Yeah.
And you think he's ready to go? I was one of the people I was like, Kemba Walker, Brandon Knight.
Oh.
Out there. Kemba Walker and Brandon Knight, if you compared the body of work, looked like better draft picks going into it.
I guess.
Kemba Walker and Brandon Knight looked more exciting and would have been more exciting. Kyrie could barely work. I mean, he could work out and stuff, but I mean, like Kyrie, what was his body of work? You look up Kyrie Irving highlights, It's like, here's him in junior high. What does that mean to me now? What do I care what he can do before he can even grow facial hair? I don't care. And it's the same way with Nerlens Noel. There's a lot of people that, if you look at the body of work, look like better choices. People are already trying to make an argument for Otto Porter, the small forward out of Georgetown.
Yeah.
And honestly, you and I talked about this too, is Alonzo G, the current small forward for the Cavs. Is there a luckier man in this country?
No.
Because I don't think so. The Cavs get 3 or 4 or anywhere else, they're looking right at Otto Porter. They are immediately thinking, Otto Porter, we finally have our small forward to replace LeBron. But instead, Alonzo G, who was undrafted, gets to sit back another year and be like, you have to play me.
Yeah.
You have no one else.
Now you're taking a center, and you're not taking another small forward. I mean, in G's credit, he is pretty good, too.
Alonzo G, no disrespect to him.
He's a great defender.
He's going to, if everything plans out like we think it will right now, and we're projecting forward a couple months here, if everything plans out the way it appears it will, he's going to come onto the floor one day to start a game, look around, see, turn to his right and see a first-round pick, or number 1 overall, turn to his left and see a number 1 overall, look forward and see 2 number 4 overalls. Yeah. And look down at himself and see someone who's undrafted. I mean, that's a lucky guy. That is a lucky guy. Talent, sure, but you cannot see luck. It has to factor in at least a bit when you're going to be on there with all top 4 picks, and you're undrafted from Alabama, the basketball powerhouse that is Alabama. Alabama just won the golf national championship.
They have that.
They do now. They probably have for a long time. It's the first time I'm aware of it. So, I guess so. But no, I mean, Nerlens Noel is a lot of people are scared. The Greg Oden, the next Greg Oden, that was a great call there, Von Erich. A lot of people are crying about that, worrying about that, which is funny because the Cavs were at one point this year were in talks with Greg Oden.
It could still happen. It
could still happen. I don't think it will because I do think they'll go Nerlens, and I think we're getting to a bit of a logjam there at the center position.
Yeah.
I think if I'm the Cavs, I think you look for the offers in the offseason for Varejao. Now I've been on it where I said trade Varejao. Last year I was
How
the
right
one,
were you?
I know, right? And he goes down almost right after I said that.
Dude,
and all of a sudden
you bastard!
There. I'm telling you, this is the last year he's under contract. Do we want to sign him back to a lengthy deal? No. This is a building process. Sure, it's fun. He's got crazy hair, and that's great, and that's cute for the kids and whatever. But this is grown-up time. Let's be adults and look at it as adults. Let's not worry about what wigs we're going to give away because we can now give away Nerlens Noel wigs.
The high top.
You see my man rocking the high top fade?
Look,
that
and I just love that he puts pictures into it.
Oh, the high top fade is back, people.
It
is back.
Yeah, well, 1 year ago, people were saying the unibrow was back.
Nah, that could never be back. That was never in.
That was never in to be back. But the high top, I think it is making a comeback because there's a couple other people who have it. Mm-hmm. What's his face on Miami who came out of CSU wears it.
Yeah,
and there's a couple other people who try to rock it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming back. I'm telling you, and it's gonna ride on the wings of Nerlens Noel back to popularity. Macklemore's gonna grow one.
Oh
all
boy,
the kids are gonna want them.
It's been 1990 all over again.
We're back. Vanilla
Ice. You know what? 90s was a good time though. I'd be okay to go back. It was a good time.
In some ways, I don't want to go back to an orange and blue Cavs. I thought that was stupid. That was really dumb.
Yeah, we can keep our colors.
I like the wine and gold.
Yeah.
I don't like when we're trying to be the Knicks because I feel like the Knicks are already the Knicks.
Yeah.
So we don't need anyone trying to be the Knicks.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm telling you, there's people that look like better picks right now. Ben McLemore. Speaking of McLemore, I mean Ben. No relation, probably. I'm assuming, but Ben McLemore is shooting guard. You just went shooting guard with the number 4 overall pick last year.
Yeah.
People want to make this. It's weird because initially, as soon as the Cavs were picked, it was like, well, is it Nerlens or is it McLemore? Now all of a sudden, I'm hearing people. I've seen some mocks where people have McLemore already falling to 4th, falling out of the lottery, which is absolutely insane. Which is the lottery. Obviously, it's about the Cavs, Magic, Wizards. That's funny. The Magic and Wizards are there, but and then Charlotte Bobcats are at 4. A lot of people thinking Ben McLemore is going to go 4. Poor McLemore, but I mean, a lot of it's complicated. But I think you don't just look at what's there. You look at who's on the team already. And the Cavaliers, they have Dion Waiters. I don't know if I'm ready to go all in on Waiters. We have just seen 1 year. He was first team all rookie though. I mean, you have to give him that. He's a bulk scorer. He's not exactly going to be a superstar or really like upper echelon. You know, he looks like he's at least going to be very good.
Yeah.
So I just don't think you do that, especially when the Cavaliers, all we've been hearing is that defense. Now you have this kid who is just a block shot extraordinaire. And I looked into it. The kid can steal, too. He's averaging over a steal a game. Which, especially at center, you're not really cutting off the pass as a center, you know? So to average over a steal, almost 2, maybe even more, I'd have to double check. But to average the amount of steals he's averaging, too, this kid can just flat out play defense. He can stop a team from scoring. That is what Cavaliers need. If they have to wait till Christmas, they have to wait till Christmas.
Because then
that's all there is to it.
From Christmas and then how many years we get to keep him, we're legit.
You know what? I'm losing my patience a little bit, but I still have it. I still have it to an extent. I'm reasonable about this. I'm not gonna let emotion affect my decision making. People say, "Oh, well, I don't want to wait till Christmas." You know, who knows? The Cavs might be good during that stretch. What is your definition of good? They might be contending for that 8th spot. So what? Will the Cavaliers be making a run at the Miami Heat for the number 1 seed between the start of the season and Christmas? No. Then we can wait.
Yeah.
Then we can wait. You got to have bigger dreams, people. Our goal cannot be nab that 8th spot. Because then you get to a point where Phoenix was for a while.
Yeah.
Until this season.
You make the playoffs every year, but you
either
don't
make
go
the
anywhere.
playoffs or just miss. Yeah. So you're either crappy standings in the playoffs or a crappy position in the draft.
Yeah.
Houston was there for a while until they finally made some waves this offseason. They've been building up to something, and they're not even done. They're making a run for Dwight now, and I think they're a serious contender. That would be pretty cool. But, I mean, either way, more on that, obviously, all offseason long. No, but you don't want to be that middle of the road hovering between kind of okay and kind of not great, you know? Be great. Make great your goal. Don't make it, let's make a good team. Let's make a great team. And I think you do that with Nerlens Noel. I think it's pretty obvious how I feel about Nerlens Noel. And I'm not going to lie. High top fade, probably a big part of it. I need to come back. Screw Wild Thing. Screw that hair. Make him shave it. No, I don't care. Get rid of it. He looks like that kid from American Idol. What was it? He was in that movie that was terrible. I don't remember. But
the one who was with Kelly Clarkson?
Was it?
The first year?
Justin to Kelly was
like
the movie. Justin
15
something.
years ago?
Yeah, that's a good reference.
Dude, he went nowhere with his life.
No, but he has the same exact hair as Anderson Varejao.
But Andy wears it better.
Since we're talking draft, I'm going to share our first mock draft of the season. That's already it's already June, and this is the first one. But this is a 2013 NBA mock draft from Sports Illustrated. And we'll start with number 1, which is obvious. The real question mark comes in for the Cavaliers at number 19. We'll get into that in a minute. Number 1, Cavaliers, Nerlens Noel. Yeah.
Are you sure?
We've been over it. It was funny. I'll share a line from my, I was talking to a friend of mine. I'll say his name. Well, not his name, but I was talking to my brother. And I'm telling him about how they measure players, which is the weirdest thing. Because in the NFL, in the Combine, they've got it down to a number. What's your 40 time? So what's your 40 time? That's 4 whatever. Oh, that's nice. There is no number like that in the NBA. In fact, they don't even have just how tall is he. They have the height and the height in shoes, implying there will ever be a time when I will ever send a player out barefoot, which is never. So I'm explaining that to my brother who doesn't really understand the process. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? I says, Nerlens Noel, they say he's about 6'11", barefoot. Okay, and about 7 foot in shoes. And my brother looks at me and goes, yeah, and like 7'1" in heels. What the hell does this matter? And it's just the stupidest process. I don't care what height he is without shoes on.
Yeah.
I don't care. But either way, then it has the Magic selecting Ben McLemore, Otto Porter to the Wizards, center Alex Len to the Bobcats. This one I've been seeing a lot. For some reason,
Maybe
I really like
Hornets?
this move. Is that what was that? Oh
Maybe
yeah,
the
that's
Hornets?
right. Of course, that was my urinating off 2 weeks ago that they were considering it, and of course, since we've been on air, the Bobcats have filed the paperwork to change their name to Hornets.
Back to the Hornets?
So, not back to the Hornets, because the Hornets left and then became
Well,
the
I
Pelicans.
mean, but it still was.
They're taking the Hornets.
Charlotte.
That's a precedent. I blame it on the Hornets themselves for becoming the Pelicans.
Pelicans.
Yeah, that owner needs to be kicked in the face.
Yeah, it's...
Who the hell
Throat
names
pouch.
a professional men's team the Pelicans? It is a professional men's team.
It makes a great minor
You know what?
league
Name a
baseball
kids team the Pelicans because the 2-year-old kids will be like, oh, look, I'm a Pelican. But this is a grown-ass men's team.
You don't think Anthony Davis will do that?
And you
don't think he'll
name
be like,
them
"Oh, look,
the
I'm the
Pelicans.
Pelicans."
That is about as least manly.
I guess we got a
As
caller
you
on the
can
line.
get.
Caller, what's going on?
Hello?
Hello?
Aw,
Yeah, sorry, caller.
cool.
Sorry about that. If you want to call back, again, the number is 1-888-668-0742. If you want to, we're talking NBA draft. And
How stupid
I guess
the
how
freaking
stupid
Pelicans
the name
is.
Pelicans is.
It's about as
This is a move I've seen a lot. And I really kind of like it. Is Victor Oladipo, the shooting guard from Indiana, going to the Suns? Something about the name Oladipo just feels like, okay, I can see that with the Suns. Just seems like it's a good fit. It's a good fit. I like it. Trey Burke to the Pelicans of
I
Michigan.
refuse to call them that.
Really?
Refuse to.
Oh,
I don't.
man.
If Charlotte becomes the Hornets again, I don't really know what I'm gonna call them. But I refuse.
I found
refuse.
a draft website. I'm not sharing their draft on the show, so I won't
I'll
give
just
them credit.
call them New Orleans.
But they refuse to call Washington the Wizards. Every draft they have says the Bullets, just constantly. Every time it's a Washington Bullets select. It's like really.
Yeah, but
dude?
that was how long? They were only the Bullets for.
They talked about going back to it.
Really?
I don't think. They
Oh,
are.
wasn't that like offensive to somebody because that's a weapon. It comes out of a gun. It's a bullet.
I don't know.
Stupid. That's why they. I thought
don't
that's
know
why they
what they're
changed it
doing.
in the first place.
It might have
'Cause
been.
bullet
Wizards is weird.
is violent. Oh
So
my
are
God.
wizards. Some wizards are very violent.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen Harry Potter?
Hey, yeah. Well,
Some of them are not nice.
no,
I
some of
understand.
them are not nice.
I don't read,
Some of
but
them
I've
are
been
mean.
told by people.
Mean.
Anthony Bennett to the Kings, power forward, small forward from UNLV. I don't like the small forward, power forward combo, that tweener guy, because what tells me is like it just tells me you're a power forward who's not big enough.
Yeah.
Which is just then you're a small forward. Learn to play small forward. Stop kidding yourself. Michael Carter Williams to the Pistons, point guard. That's interesting considering they already have Brandon Knight. CJ McCollum, point guard to the Timberwolves. Again,
Yeah,
why?
Rubio.
Cody Zeller,
Oh, little Zeller.
brother of Tyler Zeller, the better of the Zellers, as most people believe. And
Yeah.
I'd have to agree.
That's always said of the younger sibling, though.
Well, it's because the younger sibling always has like a better shot because they have to play against their older siblings. And
That's
so
true.
They
And
get
that's
better
Zeller.
younger.
Tyler is the second Zeller.
Yeah.
There's a third Zeller. He's the worst.
Yeah.
He's awful.
And they clearly got better as they went because Cody had to play against his older brother, so he's playing against someone better, and so
Which
you
is like
get
Ben
better.
or something. There's like
Yeah.
Ben Zeller or something, and he was with Phoenix. I feel like he's in the D League or nowhere now.
He averaged like 2 points a game.
Yeah, he's pretty bad, but he's grown up. He's the basketball star in the hometown and everything, and then his little brother Tyler is always playing him. Tyler gets better, and then of course like you said, growing up, Cody plays Tyler then for practice, and Cody becomes the best. In this
good.
mock, they have him as a top 10 pick to the Portland Trailblazers. Sorry, I think wherever he goes, it's a top 10 pick. It has to be. Kelly Olin, center from Gonzaga to the 76ers. And
Orgy Dieng.
Yeah,
Orgy.
sure. I'll let you say it. Center to the Thunder. Dario Saric, small forward from Croatia. Caller, we got a caller on
back?
the line. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, Ralphie, it's your number one fan, brother. What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I just want to put my 2 cents out there since you're talking about the NBA draft. If we draft Noel, I'm going to punch Dan Gilbert in his freaking cock
You think so? You worry about the injury?
I don't like him. He's horrible.
No?
Where's he coming from?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Well, you don't even know
Kentucky
where he's
sucks.
coming from. How can you call him horrible?
No, he knows. He was saying, Kentucky is. I mean, well, they produced John Wall. He's.
Have you seen him play? He's got some talent. I mean, who else are we going to take?
I say we trade back the draft, pick up Zeller, and send his brother packing.
You think so? I've been hearing a lot of
think so.
talks that the Cavs are willing to make that pick available. There's a Kevin Love rumor going around that I think is absolutely ridiculous. I'd love to see it, obviously, if somehow they could manage Kevin Love coming to Cleveland. But, I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what they can do with the pick, because my heart tells me that Noel, if he can be healthy, I think he could be a great addition to this team. I think the biggest question mark with him is his health. Like we said earlier in the show, I worry that it's another Greg Oden. You know, a big man with a knee injury, little scary, but I would take the chance.
I don't like the pick, but I'll let you carry on with your show. It was good talking to you.
All right, thanks, man. You too.
Take care. Thanks for the call.
Well, back to this mock draft. We have this is the foreign part. We have Dario Saric from Croatia, 19-year-old small forward to Dallas. Dennis Schroeder, point guard from Germany to the Jazz. Shabazz Muhammad. Now there's a fall from grace. Originally, I remember when he was just declaring, right? Or he was just not declaring, but he was picking the college he would attend. And people said, future first round, or like future number 1 overall pick Shabazz Muhammad. It was he needed to pick somewhere as a formality. Like, you need to go play somewhere just because you need to do that, then you could be number 1. Not number 1 anymore. He fell. I started to see him mocked a lot to the Cavaliers, who needed a small forward, but then, of course, the Cavs getting number 1. They're not going to go for Shabazz Muhammad there. Steven Adams, center, going number 16 to the Celtics. This is weird. The Hawks have 17 and 18. I actually saw a trade scenario that involved the Cavaliers getting the Hawks two first-round picks, which would see the Cavaliers pick 17, 18, 19, which would be really strange. That was a weird scenario that involved Josh Smith actually getting traded to the Cavs in exchange for the number 1. It's interesting, but I don't know.
Nice.
I don't really think so. There's a lot of like big names they're talking about with this first pick. There's the DeMarcus Cousins rumors. I saw the weirdest rumor I saw, which was, it's one of those things where you let yourself think about it for a second, and then you realize you're stupid for even pretending that you're going to allow yourself to imagine it, was that the Cavaliers make a trade with the Kings. They go number 1 pick, trade it to the Kings for the 7th pick. They would get DeMarcus Cousins and the 7th pick for that. I think it involves the Cavaliers giving up something else too. I don't even remember. But either way, they move back with the Kings. Suddenly the Cavs are 7 and 19 with DeMarcus Cousins. Then they move the 7 and 19 to the Timberwolves and some other things, including next year's first-round pick for Kevin Love. And it would involve the Cavaliers adding Kevin Love and DeMarcus Cousins.
And who started this rumor? A guy named Ralphie?
I read it somewhere. I can't remember the source. I want to say it was there's a certain website, I don't even know if I should name it, but it's mostly fan writers, so it's not the most credible website in the world.
Yeah.
But I like to go there to like play pretend. Like, what if this happened? That would be so cool. Like, that was the website I went once where they did the math to say, here's how the Indians could sign Prince Fielder.
Oh.
And, like, the math added up, but it was ridiculous. It was like, yeah, just trade Travis Hafner. I was like, yeah, that wasn't going to happen. But either way, Mason Plumlee at 17 and Jamal Franklin at 18, both to the Hawks. Then we get to number 19, which is the Cavaliers again. Kentavious Caldwell Pope. It's an interesting name. Pope and Noel. It's a very religious combo they'd be having. They go together, but shooting guard from Georgia. Not even the guy I want to talk about. I'm sure he's a great guy. Didn't really study up on him much. Not going to lie to you. It's not like he'd be a starter anyways. The guy I've been looking at is the guy that's been mocked to the Cavs a lot at number 19, Rudy Gobert. The interesting part, he's a center from France, 20 years old, 7'2", with a wingspan of 7'8.5", 9'7" standing reach. 9'7" is his standing reach.
That's ridiculous.
That is insane. That means this guy can essentially touch the rim from his tippy toes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Now, what I've read about him is he can't necessarily play basketball.
He's just super tall.
But he's really tall, right?
Yeah, we've seen this scenario before. Get that big-ass guy on the court and
teach him.
And teach him how to catch the ball.
You can teach skills. You can teach, like, basics. You cannot teach height.
You can never teach height.
You can never teach a guy to grow to 7'2". But if you get a 7'2" guy, hopefully with the right coaching, you can teach him to be good.
Listen to this from a guy who got to 5'6" and then stopped. All right? If I could be taller,
You
I
think?
would right. Well, I mean, obviously.
I'm 5 foot tall.
You're 5 foot tall.
I had to play basketball with people 6 inches taller than me. I got blocked every time I stepped inside a 3-point line.
My niece is 15 months old, right? She's already over half your height. How does that feel? 15 months, and she's already over half of you. People, they should listen to you on this matter, is my point.
That sucks.
You can't teach.
You can't. I tried and tried to make myself, to teach myself to grow.
You stretch.
And it doesn't happen. You can't teach it.
Nope.
So you can find a guy that's 7'2", screw it. Take him and tell him how to catch. He's 7'2". He doesn't even have to learn how to shoot. All he has to do is drop the ball in the hole.
Now, if this is a situation where the Cavs do take Noel, then it's also interesting because then you've got this time where Noel isn't going to be taking any minutes up until Christmas, at least. We're looking at probably Noel. If the Cavs select Noel, let's be realistic. With Christmas time, the Cavs aren't going to have a Christmas game.
No.
They're not. So let's be realistic. He doesn't play in 2013. Nerlens Noel does not play a basketball game in 2013. He does in 2014.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, knock on
Fingers
wood.
crossed.
Derrick Rose is still...
Well, Derrick Rose is a
even know.
bitch.
But it's funny, though, with these guys, how young they are. Like, you don't even realize it. Nerlens Noel's 19, right?
What?
I saw him on the... Yeah, I saw him on the Dan Patrick
He's
show, right?
4 years younger than me?
He's 19.
What the hell am I doing with my life?
Well, again, you're not 7 foot. You're not
That's
even,
true.
You're not 7'1" in heels. But
How the hell? God, man, all these kids are now younger than me.
yeah,
So weird.
Oh, I know.
Kids are younger than you.
Well,
That's,
it's
that
that
tends
day-
to happen from time to time.
I turned 20. Von Erich's birthday's tomorrow, by the way. Happy birthday, Von Erich. Am I correct
Happy
in that?
birthday
Yes, happy birthday, buddy.
to you.
I turned 22 next Friday, right? The saddest day in my life was the first time I turned on a baseball game, went to the age, and it was younger than me. The, like, starting age of 18. When I was 19, and I go to it, and I'm like, oh. So
Well, that's what I'm like.
there
I'm like,
goes hope that I'm going to suddenly get in shape and join a Major League Baseball team.
right? Because
Always
they're all
clinging to that.
younger than me.
Now it's
Like,
just a bunch
it
of
used
kids
to be,
running
it
around.
used to be even the college. Like I'd watch Ohio State when I was younger, and they'd always still be older than me because I'd be a kid. And then I got to the same age as college players, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. And now I'm older than college players, and now the really good ones, I'm older than professional athletes. Mm-hmm. That makes me sad inside. I'm getting old.
Yep. And the old ones are fading away. We had Grant Hill and Jason Kidd both
Both
retired
just
this week.
retired.
Jason Kidd
I'm
played
watching-
20 years. 20 years.
19.
Jason Kidd
Whatever.
going out on a 0 for 50 slump.
Old.
Ow!
Yeah.
Ooh!
He got tired. They pushed him.
bad.
He played too many. He's like 40 years old. He played too many minutes at the beginning of the season. He ran out of gas.
A lot
Got
of
to
his
the
minutes
end
were
and just
played
went.
just with a walker. Like he had one of the walkers with the little
Why do you
cable
think
where
he
can sit on
retired?
when you're
I'd
tired.
seen that. That's like those are who I watched growing up, and now they're retired. I'm like, I'm old.
Either way, the point I was going to make though about Nerlens Noel is being only 19 years old.
Jesus.
He's got a phone interview with. It was on the Dan Patrick show actually. He's got a phone interview on there. Dan Patrick asked him, what's your favorite team? You know, growing up, he's like, been a diehard Celtics fan my whole life. Okay, and he says, okay, well, as a Celtics fan, Nerlens, who's your favorite Celtic? What do you most aspire to be like of the Celtics? And he said, Kevin Garnett. Who was your favorite Celtic growing up? And he said Kevin Garnett. And Dan Patrick was like, what? And then he stopped and thought, like, he's only 19. He's been watching Kevin Garnett growing up. Like, that's not even, like, he's right.
Dirty.
Speaking of days, here it is.
Didn't we learn our lesson about fire from the last studio when we were in Lakewood?
I thought we learned it when we tried to put out our Olympic torch.
I'm going to try and put it out with the
months
rubber
ago.
band.
Oh!
That was the greatest moment of my life.
Holy crap!
Whoa.
That was sweet.
If you were just listening to the audio of this show, get to YouTube Tuesday. It'll be up there.
Since
You got-
since that was the
What?
greatest moment of your life. You have to
Greatest
chug it
moment of
right
your
now.
life. Bottoms up.
All right, Ashley, you lead the show. Lead us into break.
Lead us into break.
Right.
Say what we got coming up.
What do we got coming up? Okay, I'm throwing off. We got what's urinating us off, as always, and MLB standings, and then to close it out, 3 up and 3 down. We'll be back shortly.
Oh, great. Not another Farmville request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farmville request at a time. The following message is for those with a credit score of 800 and below. Who wouldn't want better credit? Did you ever wonder how different life would be from just having a higher credit score? Are you tired of being turned down for any kind of loan or only offered high interest rates because your credit score is holding you prisoner? Life doesn't have to be that way anymore with access to Turnscor. By increasing your credit score only 50 to 100 points, it can potentially save you tens of thousands of dollars in interest over just a 5 to 10 year period. It can be the difference in getting approved for a personal loan, business loan, high limits on credit cards, a brand new car lease, or even a home mortgage. We see so many ads from companies that give us our credit score, but once we get our credit score, what are they going to do to actually repair your credit? Unfortunately, nothing. Until now, Turnscor is the first automated credit repair platform that is simple, safe, and secure. You'll be empowered right from the comfort of your own computer so you can challenge and repair your credit report to ensure it's fair and accurate. Turnscor is specifically developed with you in mind. There's no more need for an attorney, credit repair companies, or credit counseling. More importantly, no more need for paying higher fees. Turnscor will help you get back on track and get the buying power you need. So whether you have bad credit, average credit, or even good credit, Turnscor is helping turn lives around one credit score at a time. Go to turnscore.com and enter the promo code MSC20 and get $20 off your purchase. That's TURNSCOR.com. TURNSCOR.com. Turnscore.com. Looking for reliable and affordable Shoutcast audio or video hosting? JWN Media offers complete Shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits, a 99.5% uptime guarantee, and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. Hey, local bands and unsigned artists. What if I told you there was a place in Cleveland where you can get your merch made and have it sold in one location? What if I said you could bring your CDs and tickets to upcoming shows to this location? And what if I said you could do live acoustic sets at this location? I bet you're thinking there's no such place in Cleveland. Guess what? You'd be wrong. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland, and tell him you need merch made and you want to sell it in his store. Now, how cool is that? You can tell your fans to come down and get your stuff, and I think he'd ship your products to your fans. And he's local. Contact Rick Navario at Rock City, Cleveland today. 216-622-0377. That's 216-622-0377. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at morningshowcentral.com. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com.
You're tripping, you're slipping, you start to lose your grip then. You come running back to me.
losing when you're using. In the meantime, losing. Baby, why don't you let it be? You're fixing, you come running back to me, and there's no doubt it's all been played out. Now I'm on my way out, baby. Why can't you see?
Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. Jumping from one web host to another can be frustrating. Finding a good web host can be unnerving for even the most experienced of web designers. That's why Uncensored Net Noise has chosen P99 Technologies as its web hosting supplier. Established in 1999, P99 Technologies has evolved into a first-class web hosting provider. Its 99.9% uptime rivals many in the industry. That's why they offer their 30-day guarantee, no questions asked. For more information, go to P99.com. P99 Technologies will help you get started with your web presence with honest and expert customer service. P99 Technologies. Affordable and reliable web hosting done right. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
I know. Oh my God, I know what we're gonna do. Oh, it's so delicious, I can almost taste it.
If you're looking for the best sub shop in town, look no further. Hanini Subs, located at 7310 Lorraine Avenue, is the You stop in for a cold cut sub, cheeseburger and fries, wingdings and fries, and so much more. And almost taste Hanini Subs at 7310 Lorraine Avenue is open 24 hours a day. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/burrito crazy. And if you mention MSC Radio Network, you'll get $1 off your meal. It's all good at Hanini Subs. So damn good. User friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome back to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
And whether you are joining us tonight on your computer or on one of the many glorious apps, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. If you're not listening on one of the apps, just go to the App Store on your smartphone or tablet or one of them smart TVs. My sister got one. It's cool. You go there, you search TuneIn Radio. It's free to download, install it. Search MSC Radio Network, hit play, and you're listening to us on the go. Forgot how to do it for a second, but it is really simple.
Hey, that free TV, that Roku thing,
Yeah?
you can actually watch us on it, too.
Ah, yeah, with my sister, we were watching my show on YouTube. I was watching myself on TV, like one of them movie stars, like one of them Hollywood folks. It was pretty exciting. But remember, as always, you can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. Tweet your questions or comments at high_on_sports or with the hashtag HighOnSports. Facebook.com/HighOnSports is the Facebook page. Give it a like if you haven't already. Of course, you can comment on anything we post and post on the wall and do whatever people do on Facebook and all that stuff. It's just fun and great. HighOnSports.net is the website. Go there for the archive of all our past shows, my blog, and a bunch of other fun stuff. Again, that is HighOnSports.net. All right, we got a jam-packed second half for you. It is round 2. Let's go.
Damn, that was loud.
It was intense. I'm ready for it, though. I'm wired, man. I just drank your birthday present.
In like
if anybody
one
saw
gulp.
that as we were going to break, he said, chug it. I did. I never question when someone says chug. Immediately, I just start.
Sometimes you need to.
Woo!
Honestly, I thought you were going to have a stroke.
I still might. That window is still open.
Your face got really red,
we got something
and
to
your
hope for.
eyes were big, and I was kind of scared for a minute.
Tell your friends, watch the show. You could see a grown man have a stroke live on the internet. That's the beauty of the internet. It's great. Hey, Von Erich, what's urinating you off on this fine Monday evening?
Well, something we did not talk about a couple weeks ago and earlier tonight, which why would we? It's soccer. But the group that owns the Yankees have now invested in a soccer team and are bringing them to New York City in partnership with the Manchester City Football Club out of England, of course.
Obviously.
The very famous Manchester
If you ain't
Football
a mank,
Club.
you're a wank.
That was pretty decent.
Which, no big deal. MLS, it'll be the 20th team for Major League Soccer. Who cares? But it's the name of the team. The New York City Football Club. Football spelled in as Cleveland Browns football. F-O-O-T-B-A-L-L.
American football.
Wait a minute. Isn't there already the New York Red Bulls? What happened to them?
There might be a second team. Who knows?
2?
I don't have the standings in front of me. I don't know
There's
how many
not
damn...
that many soccer fans in America.
There's like 8.
Yeah, and I'm guessing since there's so many foreigners in New York City, they needed a second team.
I'm on.
That's just my
You
guess.
know what? That is true because New York City is not fully American anymore. So I
That's
see how
true.
they like soccer.
Clubs. They call them clubs. I'm on for the first time and last time in my life. MLSsoccer.com. Apparently, they can't even have MLS.com. Someone find out what MLS.com is.
I'm on it.
MLSsoccer.com.
doesn't work.
It's not even teams, it's clubs. Chivas USA? What does that mean? Colorado Rapids, FC Dallas, LA Galaxy, Portland Timbers, Real Salt Lake.
It's pornography.
Oh!
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's America's real estate portal, MLS.com.
Multiple listing service.
Screw you, soccer.
So soccer got beat
You
out
can't
by
even
a
have your-
retail.
oh my God! You can't
housing
even.
retail.
Oh, you suck.
Click here for real estate training.
San
Real
Jose
estate.
Earthquake. Actually,
Free credit score.
Actually, send me a link to
This
that.
sounds legit now.
That sounds legit. Seattle Sounders FC, Vancouver Whitecaps FC, Toronto FC, Sporting Kansas City, Philadelphia, New York Red Bulls, There are 2 New York teams: New England Revolution, Montreal Impact, Houston Dynamo, DC United, Columbus Crew, Chicago Fire. Every one of those names was bad.
Yeah.
Like all of them. Like there's not one good one. There's not like, oh, but that's cool. They're just stupid.
And it's bad enough that you have soccer fans and American football fans already just mocking each other at any chance they get. And now you just throw fuel to the fire by calling the team the football club spelled American. It just doesn't make sense.
What's the matter, New York? You upset you don't actually have football and it's all in New Jersey? Oh, are you upset that the Super Bowl in this upcoming season is actually played in East Rutherford, New Jersey? Even though it says New York?
Oh.
Take that, New York. How's your statue looking now? The Statue of Liberty, I mean. Still
don't
great.
don't bring the Statue of Liberty into this.
I corrected myself. Still great.
Yeah.
That was I let my emotion get the best of me there.
Do not mock the rusty lady.
That's a great statue. Quality statue.
We respect Lady Liberty.
But like all of your bridges suck. Like, screw all of them.
Everything else, but we respect Lady Liberty.
Screw you, George Washington Bridge. Like, you can shove it. Everything else, though, is fine. No, New York Football Club. That's absolutely stupid.
The Lincoln Tunnel can F off.
When they say... Screw you, Lincoln Tunnel. Now, when they say, like, the ownership group behind the Yankees, does that mean the Steinbrenners? Are the Steinbrenners doing this? Because that seems very... I mean, they're a big... name. It seems like an odd move for them. Or is it just sort of like a... Now, obviously, it's not the Steinbrenners. The Steinbrenners don't own 100%. No one owns like 100% of any team, really. It's always like, this percentage is that, this percentage is that, whatever.
All it's saying is Yankees ownership, and it just says the Yankees will have a 20 to...
It's gotta be the Steinbrenners.
20 to 25% stake in the team.
Ew. That's a lot.
So they're not even like actually owning the team. They're getting a quarter of it. That doesn't even count.
That's like Usher's stake in the Cavs.
Right, his 10%.
And
it was basically only the media.
And it was only because like Jay-Z owned the Nets, so it was like popular. Like, did you hear Jay-Z? I guess he's out of the Nets. Like, he's out of that now. Because now he's in the sports...
He's a sports agent.
Yeah.
Already being investigated,
investigated for tampering.
Well, because he just stole, like, 2 people.
He just gave a car to some girl. Like, welcome to sports. Here's a car.
And she's never going to make enough money to actually been able to afford the car.
Exactly.
She's never going to... Because women's sport, you don't make money.
No.
It just doesn't happen. So I'm not even sure why Jay-Z signed her and gave her a car, because... he's gonna make no money off of that lady.
But I mean, either way, I don't understand either. I feel like he's just got a lot of money, so he wants to throw it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like making it rain in a strip club. It's like you're just doing that because you can.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is.
Winning, you're just
because
whatever.
Him and Beyonce have so much goddamn money, they're never gonna run out of it.
Exactly, and a baby and stuff. But word is she might be pregnant again.
Yeah, I've heard.
We'll keep you posted. High on
She'll
Sports.
have to hire another 15 nannies.
You're home for Beyonce's possible pregnancy.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, he got out of the Nets, and then he records like a diss track about the Nets.
Yeah.
About how they failed to live up to expectations. It's like, dude, this is expectations you made.
Yeah.
Like, you had the same crap team in New Jersey that you brought to Brooklyn, and then because it's Brooklyn now, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, it's Brooklyn. It's the streets. We put shoes on telephone wires, and that'll be part of we'll have a shirt with that on it. And now we'll be great, and we're like hard now.
Who made the
You
diss
still
track?
suck. What? Jay-Z.
Oh, wow.
They made the building look old.
Exactly. It's just like, oh, we're Brooklyn, No, like you just moved from New Jersey. You're from Brooklyn, sure. Congratulations on your success. I'm glad you're financially well off. But the team you moved is still the sucky team from New Jersey.
Yeah.
That was moved. Now they're just the sucky team in Brooklyn. I don't even know. I mean, it's like it really is stupid because it's expectations he put on them. And now he's upset that they didn't meet those expectations that he made up. But it's like, dude, you're an idiot. He's never. It was always dumb. I hated whenever he would be anywhere talking about the Nets, because he owned like this much of the team. And if you're listening to this and can't see, I'm putting my 2 fingers very close together. But he walked and talked like he owned like this much of the team.
Yeah.
Again, if you can't see, I'm putting my 2 hands very far apart now. Like he owned like whatever percent, like 10 or something, obviously more than that, I think, and he acted like he owned 90. But he's like, no, it's Mikhail Prokhorov's team. It's his team. All right, well, now for the sake of time, I believe we're actually done with urinating off for now. Or actually, I'll bring this up, though, real quick. This isn't necessarily what's urinating off, but of course, as we've, I believe we at least touched on at some point in the show. Not today. but over the recent months. Wrestling not a guarantee for the 2020 Olympic Games. They announced that wrestling is out, but they will hear a bid from wrestling to come back in. So they said, wrestling, you're out, but now you're with a bunch of other sports trying to get that spot that you just had, which is weird. It's like you have a job, and then all of a sudden they bring in a bunch of other candidates and say, hey, you're fired, but we'll also interview you with the rest of the candidates for this job you just had. It's like, well, can't I just stay? But apparently they can't. They do have it down to 3, and they will be announced, I believe, in September when they announce, I think, where they'll be. Because it's 2020, so I don't believe they actually know where it's going to be held yet. But they will be. It's down now to baseball/softball. Baseball for the men, softball for the women, and wrestling, obviously, and squash. Squash has made the final 3. 5 other sports that were in the running and now, as of this week, are now out of it. Goodbye karate. Goodbye roller sports. Sport climbing, wakeboarding, and don't ask me what this is, but wushu. I feel like that's the dragon from Mulan. Maybe, but I don't understand why that would be at the Olympics.
You gotta tame a dragon?
I don't know. I don't understand.
That'd actually be pretty epic.
What did you say?
Wushu.
I think you said wusa.
No, wushu. It's a
that's
sport.
The art
It
of
is
calming down.
wushu is both an exhibition and full contact sport derived from traditional Chinese martial arts. It's just more karate.
Yeah.
So karate 2, extra karate.
Anybody see the Karate Kid?
Yes.
That was one of the new one. Oh, with Will Smith's kid.
Wait, are we talking about the new one?
Yeah.
With Will Smith's kid and Jackie Chan.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's all it is a spin-off of part 1.
They never should have touched the Karate Kid. Leave it alone.
Do you know what? I don't feel like I'm going to make many fans with what I'm about to say about this new Karate Kid. But I'll say there was one part I enjoyed.
Wait, did they make a second one with Will Smith's kid?
No.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Hold on. No, I mean,
because it wasn't new. I'm very confused right now.
new in the picture. The picture new. It's not new now. It came out 3 years ago. I'll say there's one part I enjoyed is I hated the little children in this. I hated them. Just hated them. Everything about them. Their stupid gang where it's all cliche like, we're a gang, so we're going to push you down. What are you going to do, new kid? You know, just that stupid thing that should be dead by now.
Part 1.
I loved watching Jackie Chan hit them. He legitimately struck these children.
Part 1.
I never condone hitting children.
But if you're acting like an asshole?
This scene in this movie. Only part I like, Jackie Chan actually full on hitting some kids with like a palm and stuff. Like karate moves into the kid's face. Which, by the way, Karate Kid, he never should have won. This is technically sports. We'll count this as part of the show. He shouldn't have won because he says clear as day in the beginning in the rules. He says no shots to the face, no kick to the face. He won on a kick to the face. You go rewatch that movie, everyone here.
Back in the day one?
The original Karate Kid.
With Mr. Miyagi?
The guy says one of the rules was no kicks to the face. The
And
Karate
with
Kid
the crane
won
kick.
with the crane kick to the face. Should have been disqualified. Cobra Kai wins. You all
Did
go home
he
and
kick him in the
rewatch that movie.
face? I thought he kicked him in like the chin area.
Kicked him in the face. The one leg
Where do you
open.
think the chin is?
The chin is part of the face.
Well,
It
like
counts.
under the chin. That's just bottom of your head, like under the chin.
Cobra Kai should have won. Cobra Kai should have won.
I mean, he was kind of cheating too, though. I think they just nulled out the cheating.
All right, we got to hit 3 up, 3 down real quick. Down number 3, Roy Hibbert fined $75,000 for gay slur in Game 6. Down number 2, Mike Adams of the Steelers stabbed in a robbery attempt.
Oh!
Down number 1, whatever, former NBA All-Star Mookie Blaylock drove with a suspended license, head-on collision, killed the woman, was in critical condition, and just woke up today to find out that he's going to be charged with vehicular manslaughter. Sucky week for you, bud. Up number 3, Miguel Cabrera leads everyone in first release all-star balloting. Up number 2, the ghost of Jackie Robinson. His gloves sold for $373,000 plus, and proceeds went to Hurricane Sandy relief. And up number 1, the San Antonio Spurs, since last we talked to you, they finished off their sweep of the Grizzlies and won the Western Conference. They will now be in the NBA Finals playing the winner of Game 7 tonight, which I just realized we didn't mention.
Oh.
Heat Pacers Game 7 tonight. Winner is in the finals.
That's how much we care.
Sorry, don't want to be, I want to be impartial, but go Pacers. Sorry.
Yeah, all day, baby.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. So for Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, I'm Ralphie saying good night, everybody. Stay tuned for everything in between, and right after that is our brand new video game show.
Oh.
You do not want to miss that. We will be back next week, same time, same place. Thanks for listening to High on Sports on MSC Radio Network.